Welcome to being broke and cooking and trying to have fun while doing it. Today's episode is some shit I'm throwing together, and it's some kind of stir fry situation, whitewashed obviously, because I do not know how to do it authentically. Don't come after me. We're gonna put 6 cloves of garlic, about half a kilo of frozen vegetables here that you can get from Aldi. They're pretty cheap and they taste good. And I'm gonna do it with Hokkien noodles because they are my favorite for stir fries. You can also buy them cheap at Aldi, at least here in Australia. Anyway, I am not happy about cooking today, and I guess that's part of the journey, so welcome. The vegetables are frying behind me because they're frozen, so put them in your pan first if you're going to attempt this. What?
That's a lovely way to go. Attempt this.
Well, I don't know if it's going to turn out good. I usually buy minced garlic in a jar because I am lazy, but today this is what I had, so this is what we're using. So Riley has caught whatever I had and I still have it, except mine's now gone to my chest. So we're doing this dish with a little extra garlic, a little extra veg, try and boost our immune systems just a little. Might even put a bit of chili, and I might even put a teeny bit of turmeric, even though it'll be random because of its anti-inflammatory properties. We love that. Getting defrosted, so that's good. Now I've got my garlic and my onion in there. Doesn't really matter that it came in later in my opinion, because this stuff is still frozen anyway. Oh, I did also pop in some chopped and frozen capsicum that we had. Pro tip, if you do like capsicum and it's going in something cooked where it doesn't need to be crunchy, it actually works quite well to chop it and freeze it. But if you want it to be obviously crunchy and juicy, then that's not gonna work. Can't have everything, you know? I'm gonna pop a little bit of mirin, just because I like the flavor of mirin. Sesame oil. I'm eyeballing all of this, so just eyeball it and it'll be fine. Some soy sauce. If I can open the thing. Okay. Bunch of soy sauce, a little bit of fish sauce. And then I'm gonna chuck some oyster sauce in there. It's already open too, perfect. Obviously you can leave any of these out if you don't want it, but that's what I'm doing. And trick is random, but just because we're sick at the moment, so I will be adding that in. She measured the liquid with her heart, and her heart was right. Kinda good.
Yeah.
Kinda goated.
Yeah, dude, that's really good. Yeah, perfect. Even if I want more, I'll just get more.
No bit. Oh. That'd be me. I'm hungry. And then maybe some scallions, I was thinking.
We got none.
Oh, really?
They
I thought we had some.
bad.
Oh.
Sadly badly.
There you go. Took 2 minutes. Tastes good.
Looks great. Tastes great.
Yum. I'm curious. It's so fun.
Oh.
We got some sad vegetables in our fridge, so we are rescuing them by roasting them for dinner. And we're gonna make that with some frozen salmon fillets, skin on, that we've defrosted already. Always, tonight needs to be quick and simple because it's already 7:30 at night.
It's so annoying.
They are so worse in this house. I was gonna say they're so bad, and then they're so much worse, and then it just became they're so worse.
It's so good.
I'm just... Sorry, the smaller ones I'm just cutting it. Just so that they're about the same size. Damn, there's gonna be a lot of taters. So we were debating making rice, but we had some potatoes that need to be rescued as well, so it's going to be carrots, potatoes, and salmon. Look at what she did. Oh, she got off. She was just lying on the blanket.
Well, you like the blanket? That's okay. You can lie on the blanket. Yeah, you like the blanket? You can lie on it if you like it. I gotta get you a cat bed, don't I? Yeah, I'll get get you one soon.
Turns out we had a lot more rescue vegetables than I thought. I hope the spots don't matter.
Oh, ugh.
You know, like sometimes when you take the bin out and you get bin hands, that very specific bin smell, it's easier to actually like dose the salt.
Dose. Measure?
Measure. Thank you.
We live like the Mediterranean humans.
200?
Just using a disinfectant though.
Yeah, I think it is hard, like more difficult, especially with temperature. Should be really nice.
This honey's a little bit thicker looking because we keep it in the fridge because of the aforementioned ant problem. Cool. I'm gonna put them in. You can only be sorry if it hurts, don't you?
Skin up, because then it gets crispy from the top. Hopefully, yeah. I think I normally do 12 at 180.
We'll see how the glaze goes. Welcome back to my kitchen. I am going to make a chicken stew situation today. We are going out to dinner tonight. So then you might be wondering, what on earth are you cooking if you are going to go out to dinner anyway? The answer is really simple. It's because we have chicken that needs to go into the stew that is going to be going off soon or going past its date. I'm going to cook it today and then we're just going to heat it up tomorrow, and we're also going to freeze some portions for my mother-in-law. She's going through some She's going through some life things at the moment. I still am not loving cooking yet, you know? It's been a couple of weeks. Obviously, I've been sick and such, so I haven't exactly been filming it. But now we're back. We're back to try again. And I want to show the good, the funny, and me being frustrated because I just think that makes it real, and that's kind of half the point of this series. Cooking just sucks every time. Let's see how we go with this. Let's just get right into it. This is a Pinterest recipe and I will be linking it down below. First of all, time to break out the slow cooker, which Jesus, it's really dusty because I have not touched it since I think last winter. A lot of the time, even though technically slow cooker meals are easier, it's something about having to put it on for me that I just don't do it and put it in a thing and turn it on, and I don't know. I am just lazy. I know I am lazy, so don't come at me. But that's half the reason we're doing this, is because I've gotten lazy in the kitchen. That now also brings me onto another part. I did originally say that I would be planning to cook anything from something very simple to something very elaborate. And that elaborate part may still happen at some point in the future. I'm going to be real. We are not able to afford a whole lot because I've mentioned this a couple of times, but I am having some health problems. No, I'm not dying, I'm fine. So it's nothing, well, it is life-changing, but it's not anything like deadly. So nothing like that dramatic in that sense. It does mean we have to kind of pivot and readjust a lot of things in our life. And one of those things at the moment is that medically, I am not allowed to work a whole hell of a lot. While that's going on, we're pretty much living off one income only. This is my hobby to try and keep me a little bit sane because I'm pretty much always at home. The point I'm trying to make is that we are living on one income, and in this economy that is not a hell of a lot. So I will be focusing a lot more on simple dishes. If that disappoints you or is not really what you were hoping for, then I am very sorry about that. But the whole point of Ordinary Kind is to show that we are just ordinary people and what ordinary people do. And I would argue that pretty much everybody at some point in their lives endures some kind of financial hardship situation. Because that is where we're at in our lives at the moment, that's what it's going to focus on for the next foreseeable future. and then maybe we can return back to the more elaborate dish idea later on when we're in a better spot. So with that out of the way, I'm going to give this guy a little bit of a clean because it has just been sitting there, and then we will get started. I just wanted to get that disclaimer out of the road because I want you to know what you're getting yourself into by watching this series. And I'm not here to try and mislead anyone or give anyone clickbaity ideas for what something's going to be, and then that's not what comes across. Hence the disclaimers. I really feel like if that's something I'm going through right now, then there's probably quite a few people that are going through that at the moment in this current world situation, especially here in Australia, specifically Queensland where we are. Things are just quite pricey. So yeah, it's a rough time. This is my first time cooking since I have reorganized the kitchen, so it's a perfect time to test out my newly arranged prep space situation and utensil drawer, so I'm really excited for that, at least. Even though I'm not excited about the cooking part, but that's okay. Before anyone comments, I know you're technically supposed to peel away from yourself, but for some reason this just works better. So this is what I do. This makes you cry more, but if you cut the onion in half before you start peeling it, it just makes peeling like 60 times easier. Alright, so there's that. This is why I like to do it on a paper towel. Another lazy kitchen hack right here. The enthusiasm today is spectacular, I must say. I've just been a grump this week, just because. I don't even know why. Just being grumpy. All of these offcuts I'm going to cook for my dog, by the way, so there will be no wasting here. Let's turn this guy on. Chicken for my dog in first. Alright, so while the dog meat is browning, let's quickly make up the chicken broth. You're meant to do this with teaspoons, but I'm really familiar with this powder, so I'm going to do like one heaped one like that, because we also get the salt reduced version. But obviously do it as it says on whatever you get. We just get the tin variety of chicken stock, but you just have to make sure it's an actual tin and not one of those like cardboardy, papery containers that have been going around, because as much as they are better for the environment, they do end up clumping together and getting moisture here in Queensland really quickly. If you want to buy those, that's fine. You just have to put it in a jar at home, a glass jar, or you just get the metal jars. White wine, Worcestershire sauce. Definitely good to go. I'm gonna pop it on my little spoon rest. All right, half a cup of that goes in. 1 tablespoon. I'm going to go for 2 teaspoons because that's going to go into the entire soup, I guess. So we're going for mixed herbs because that pretty much has what I need. Thyme, oregano, etc. That'll do. Measure it with your heart. So 6 cloves, I reckon I'm going to do like 3 heaped teaspoons of that. Stir together with the chicken until combined. As you can see, I think aside from pretty much the chicken and the wine, depending on how expensive that is in your area, it's pretty inexpensive for 5 hours. Turn that on. And that is it. Now I just have a mountain of dishes to deal with. We just got back from dinner a little while ago and this has switched to warm, so now I just need to do the last part of the recipe. I need to remove some of the broth, put it in a bowl, stir in milk and flour, and then put it back in the slow cooker for another 15 to 20 minutes, and then it is all done. Half a cup of the broth, then we need to put in, it says milk, but we're gonna do cream, so I'm just gonna use that up. It's not the exact measurements, but I don't want it to go to waste. Okay, my 1/4 cup of flour. So I'll see you back in 20 minutes. All right, here's how it turned out. This is exactly sort of like the texture that you want. Bit of like a thicker, creamier stew. It is not one of my personal favorites, but it is my mother-in-law's favorite, so we made it especially with her in mind. So I'm just gonna wait for this to cool down, stay up, read a little bit, and then pack it away. But other than that, that will be all for tonight's dish. While I go and now clean my very much cluttered up kitchen behind me, let me know in the comments if you make any of these meals, or even, you know, you're in spin off one of these, why is this always happening to me now? Or if you make your own spin-off of one of these recipes. The whole point is that I want you guys to be able to do it with me and see if we can both start to love cooking again. I don't like it. I still don't like it today. I mean, I'm kind of unhappy to admit I had a little bit of fun because I so badly just want to keep being the grumpy lady that I am. But it wasn't too bad. It was actually not that hard and not as bad as I thought. Maybe this is progress? Maybe.